Haven, Grand Rising Supreme Shining, wherever you at in the world. It's a beautiful, beautiful rotation. 6-6 portal. Make sure you anchor yourself. Make sure you getting that great benevolent energy. Make sure you release those blockages. Protect yourself. Guard your energy and all of that. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the sub button, hit them comments up because we stay discussing and dissecting. If you've been here and been rocking with me, I send deep divine abundance balance. Let's redo that. I send deep divine abundance, balance, harmony, love, prosperity, strength, and unity. I don't know what we're gonna call a video yet, Haven. I don't know, man. I don't really know. We're gonna cross that bridge when we get there, but let's get right into it, Haven. Let's get right into it.
I'm currently here in Tyrol, Austria, and here you can see what a high trust society looks like. This is a farmer's market. You can get bread and other stuff here. There's a little fridge. 10 eggs cost €4, so I can just take those eggs, close the fridge again, and then put the money in.
Oh,
here.
that's nice. We can't
it's
have
also,
that.
Nature friendly because the egg cartons
the community
and
gonna mess that up right
can
on
be
us.
disposed here afterwards.
We can't have that.
This is what they want to take from us, because if migrants will come in masses to this place, this will also be gone. I'm currently here in...
When if you only knew, if you joined the 3%, here's my advice to you today. Walk away from the 97%. Don't talk like they talk. Don't act like they act. Don't go where they go. Don't specialize in what they specialize in. Throw away the blame list they cling to. Start you a new life. Let's teach our kids the simple ways to transform their health, number 1. Their economics, number 2. Their ability to communicate, number 3. Their life and treasure and lifestyle, number 4. Spirituality, number 5. And the list goes on, that encourages to do the next one, to do the next one, to do the next one. First thing you know...
Laws are known to be spiritual spies. They spy on you spiritually. And I left this screen open to my window, so now I gotta swat him out. I'm not gonna kill him. I should, but I'm gonna just swat him out and not deal with this.
This whole scenario for you is spinning up instead of out of control on the negative side. This is all you got to do. It's as simple as this. It's as simple as a start, committing yourself to life change. And once you start down this road, I promise you, you'll join the 10% and the 3%. Take charge of your own life. Take charge of your own day. Take charge of your own conversation. Take charge of your own family. Take charge of your own possibilities. And learn these skills, develop this kind of strategy, and I'm telling you, life will open up for you. Join the 3%. Join the 10%. Lend a helping hand, but don't fall into the therefore philosophical scenario. Don't blame what they blame. Don't use the excuses they use. It's called the language of the poor. Switch gears, switch language, switch ideas, switch strategy. Start with the simplest of disciplines. And don't demean any of these disciplines. The smallest of disciplines starts the process of life change.
I agree, because I really dislike having to change my vocabulary because people won't enter and understand what I mean when I say rotation. You have a good rotation. They be like, what? Oh yeah, this cycle. They be like, what? Like, come on. I really like backtracking. I dislike backpedaling so that others can catch up. When it comes to this, like this stuff, this topic, nah. Because then it changes you. It changes your. In my example, it changes my vocabulary and prevents me from continuing to, change and alter my vocabulary and speaking high vibrational words. Let's go though.
This picture on my dad's phone, and it's really scary, and they think it's the last thing he's gonna see before he dies. This just showed up on his phone out of nowhere. It says January 30th, 2027, and no one knows where this picture was taken from or what it's of. He doesn't remember taking this picture. It's just on his phone.
I don't understand.
Glitches in the Matrix.
It won't stop.
No water but still swimming? Huh? Ain't no way. That's something.
So my mother was showing me that she opened the banana that she thinks...
No. Okay. Is it a glitch or is the fish evolving? I'm just saying.
That these are not real bananas. We got it from the supermarket, but when she opens it, she breaks it in half, it gets very tough and doesn't really break. And when it pulls, it's like it's glue. It's very tight and doughy. I've never ever seen.
Nigga was
If you
51.
ever got a banana like that, throw it away. You know why? Because it's gambichi. You heard?
years old.
Garbage.
Now the nigga look like he 50, 12.
Yeah.
He 50, 12 years old. God damn.
Yeah.
God damn. Hey.
It is not that
All
serious.
Right. Hey, doctor, whoever you are, you need to go back to the guy.
Hers ain't that bad, but why are you doing this? Why are you deceiving people to how you look? Is this the baby face stuff? Let's keep pressing. Let's keep going.
Goddamn drawing board and stay on that motherfucker.
The thing about human rights is they're not humane. If there was human rights, then we'd have the right to food, we'd have the right to shelter, we'd have the right for warmth. Do you know what I mean? Basic things that keep us alive would be our human rights.
Well, we got to pay for
But
it.
we don't have them. So what we have is privileges for being a citizen. Yeah? So really, we're slaves.
Pretty much.
There's no easy way to put it. Do you know what I mean? We use a fictional currency to live. Yeah, it has no real value. It used to be backed by gold, then silver. Now it's backed by belief. Yeah. So obviously I don't believe in it anymore. That's why I'm telling you. But yeah, it's monopoly money. It's called fractional reserve banking, fiat currency. Yeah, not money. Yeah, money is something tangible like gold or silver. Do you know what I mean? Cryptocurrency is just like a digital version of fiat, faith-based.
Yeah.
Faith upon faith upon faith, like a religion.
I
So
like this guy right here.
society is a culture, yeah? You're in a cult. Why the fuck do we all slave away to a system that fucking hates us, yeah? When we could literally put the same money into our own system that will free us, yeah? It's simple. We all pay at least £1,000 a month to live in this shithole of a fucking cesspit, yeah? So we just stop paying that £1,000 a month to these cunts that are fucking enslaving us, and we start putting it in our own trusts and our own funds, yeah? If 1,000 people chipped in £1,000, that's £1 million. If we did that every month, that's £1 million every month. There's a lot more than 1,000 people that want out of this shithole.
Yeah.
I've worked my entire adult life, yeah? And I've been homeless for nearly 60 days now. Literally, yeah?
Unfortunate.
So you've got boatloads of fucking asylum seekers coming in here, getting 5-star treatment off our tax money. But then you've got English people, English tax-paying citizens, right, that are not entitled to a fucking penny that they've paid in their entire fucking lives. We're slaves, yeah, in a fucking free-range tax farm. And the only fucking solution, the only logical solution, is self-sufficiency. The more we provide for ourselves, the less we depend on this fucking system.
I agree.
The less we depend on this system, the more power is restored back to the people.
I'm in here sweating, yo.
So, mate.
Let's get my man, because I follow him and I don't know his name. I followed him before he went homeless, as he went homeless. I hit him up, he didn't respond, obviously, because he don't know me. Like, I just was checking on him, like, yo, look, last time I seen you went homeless. Are you okay? He didn't respond, but let's give him a round of applause, man. I mean, he's talking that real trap. Like, he's talking. I don't care what you talking about. He's talking about breaking away and helping ourselves. So, yes, he deserves the round of applause.
The 8th, 2024, and I'm listening with interest to the news that AstraZeneca has withdrawn its COVID vaccines due to extremely rare occurrences of blood clots. This is how rare they are. I've seen dozens and dozens.
Okay, I gotta pause it because I tell people all the time who got the vaccine, you have something within your body, inside of your body, growing, expanding, that has reptilious scales. This is not the video, but they explained what that is on a different one. I think we might have seen it on this channel, to be honest.
Dozens of them in my funeral home. They're not rare at all.
Hold on, let's go back a little bit. Hey.
May the 8th, 2024, and I'm listening with interest to the news that AstraZeneca has withdrawn its COVID vaccines due to extremely rare occurrences of blood clots. This is how rare they are. I've seen dozens and dozens of them in my funeral home. They're not rare at all. They're not rare at all. The sooner people wake up and realise en masse what's been done. You know, all these TV presenters and shields that have been promoting it, saying how rare it is. This is how rare it is. You know, it's so rare that I'm finding dozens in a little small family-run funeral home. I've been shouting about it for years. I won't say I told you so.
Facts.
Be careful.
I know people
It
like
almost
that.
seems that people don't believe me when I tell them that the polyester nylon yoga athletic outfits are literally made of plastic. Polyester nylon is plastic, polyethylene terephthalate, and it's plastic processed with insane amounts of chemicals, phthalates, bisphenols, PFAS, forever chemicals, which are all endocrine disruptors, messing with hormones. It's like they don't even believe me when I tell them, and it's because it's such a hard truth to swallow that it can be causing disease inside of you, can be causing all these issues. It's literally pure, chemically processed pure plastic. And the reason it has these moisture wicking and all these properties and it's great at getting rid of moisture and bouncing off moisture is the chemicals they use to process it, the forever chemicals. That's what's giving it those abilities, which make it 1,000 times more harmful. It can literally cause infertility. Say you do have a child and you're wearing these polyester nylon plastic outfits, it can cause developmental issues in the child. The microplastics and the chemicals, the reason they call them forever chemicals is because they accumulate inside you and don't go away, and they accumulate in the environment and they don't degrade. It takes thousands and thousands of years to degrade.
I just want to say, I recently learned a few months ago that clothes have a frequency. So it's not far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? But damn, like, what y'all think? We supposed to be walking around butterball? Like, what's up? 100% cotton? Like, what's the solution here?
Predicted, that towards the end of last century and the beginning of this century, there will be a movement driven by big corporations to take the soul away from people, to disconnect people from the higher world. And in order to do that, we have to destroy the pineal gland in people. Wow. And I followed the research on that, and amazingly what we found, the pineal gland is the most sensitive part of our central nervous system, and is highly, highly, highly sensitive to 4 things: aluminum, glyphosate, fluoride, and Wi-Fi. And we are the only country in the world that has pushed these 4 things in the last 60 years or so on everybody growing up here. And so what I fear, what I observe, and what we're also testing in our ART system is that people have severely calcified pineal glands. It is astounding that the telecommunications industry has selected the frequencies out of the huge spectrum of frequencies that are absolutely destructive to ourselves and especially to the pineal gland. They couldn't have made any better choices than 2.4 gigahertz.
So now they
2.4 gigahertz. They have 5G now, headed up to 6. But let's continue.
have cannibal babies now.
Oh man,
Is this what they're teaching children to do now, to eat meat
almost gagged,
raw
bro.
like
She
this,
took
y'all?
a piece out.
And the mother is laughing,
She
bro.
took a little piece,
The mother
like
is
noodle.
laughing.
Like noodle. I tried to pose it.
Like, you don't even
That's
know what kind of
something.
meat is
It's not washed or nothing, and like he said, you don't know what kind of meat is that.
for the mother of this child to sit back and let that happen and then pull out her phone and record this. Yo, that's insane, bro.
Right.
2024 is undefeated, bro. 2024 is undefeated because you have no idea what kind of bacteria and all these type of things land in our mode. Not to mention, y'all haven't even cleaned this joint yet, man. That's crazy. But I told you 2024 is going down in history. We're seeing so many things happening. Like, it's literally turning our heads so fast. Like, we can't even keep up. I can't even keep up with what's going on. But I'm gonna do my best for y'all, all right? Let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I'm only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. I hope not everybody's doing this, because, man, this is crazy.
I hope
like,
y'all
comment,
not
and share
doing
for more videos like this, y'all.
Thank
you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in. Yo, I got some crazy videos of the sky in Australia, y'all. Look at this. Look at this, y'all.
Speaking of the sky, right? The reason why my window is open like this is because I feel like my reality just shifted. Because earlier it was really dark, gloomy, thunder. Now it's bright, shining, clear skies. Instantly though, like it's like, man, listen, it don't even matter. I feel like my reality shifted.
What is going on, y'all? What is going on with Australia? Look at these clouds, bro, and look how low they are to the ground.
Look like little holes. Like,
look, what's crazy about it is the further you go, you can't see this. You literally have to be under this in order to view these type of clouds. Now, I've personally witnessed these where I'm at, right? And then after this, some bad weather happens. But check this out. Look at this. And then a few days later, this happened in Australia as well, bro.
Come on.
A few days later, they saw these type of clouds.
Come on.
Now, it looks different from the other ones, but when have we seen these type of clouds, y'all? We were not taught these in school,
almost
bro.
Almost like a hand a little bit.
What is this?
Just a little bit.
Anything like it. Oh my God, this is. What does that mean? Oh, looks like even just here, my God.
Bro, it looks like something is coming through the clouds, like something, things like big boulders protruding through. What is that, bro? I'm telling y'all, when I first experienced those clouds for the first time where I'm at, man, it was crazy because those clouds are so low to the ground. And then within 15-20 minutes of seeing that, it rained like crazy. And now people are seeing these type of clouds everywhere, y'all. So let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I'm only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
I'm gonna say this for the last fucking time. Her name was Matoka. She was a princess, seeing as how she was the daughter of the paramount chief of the Powhatan tribe. Her name was not Pocahontas. She was not some grown woman that fell in love with a man and ran away to Europe and got married. No. She was a 12-year-old girl kidnapped by a 25-year-old man, taken, forced to be married, raped, paraded around like a fucking zoo animal, and then died of infections after bearing the colonizers' children.
That's sick.
Her name was Matoka.
Europeans be wildin', bro.
Pocahontas isn't a thing. That was the name the colonizers gave her. Her name was Matoka. We have not forgotten.
Matoka, man.
We will never forget.
Don't forget
the truth. Her name was Matoka.
Matoka.
Hey, yo, Nizzy. I think these people have been telling us about the Leviathan this whole time. Have you seen this documentary, Watch the Water? Look at the insignia for Watch the Water. Look, wouldn't that be a giant snake coming up the pole, right? And we know where the snake is. We've already determined that this is the giant snakehead in Antarctica, which is also known as the South Pole. So why is this insignia a giant snake or Leviathan climbing up the pole, like the South Pole? What do you think of this, Nizzy? Look at this.
I think you're right, bro. Now, you know what the crazy part is? I seen that the Watch the Waters 2 is coming out. I didn't even see the first one, but I seen this trailer. And I peeped in the number 2. You see the dragon scales or the reptilian scales, bro? And the fact that the title, Watch the Waters. The fact that there's been so much going on lately with the waters, I know it's something in there. And I believe that both movies are just giving hidden subliminals towards the Leviathan, bro.
I truly believe they were telling us about the Leviathan in a coded message because they're talking about snake venom. Check this part out. Listen to this.
It also can read crown. Corona means crown also. in Latin terms. Corona means crown. Visually, we see kings represented with a crown symbol. Right. So put that together for me. King Cobra Venom. It actually could read King Cobra Venom Pandemic.
Now I ask you this. Wouldn't you think that the Leviathan would be the king of all cobras since it is the biggest of all cobras? And just to cap it off, they were talking about snake venom being in the water. So why does Leviathan and snake venom give us the same numerics and gematria? Look, we have 11 in this English ordinal and 38 in full reduction. Nizzy, they have been telling us this whole time, bro.
What they figured out.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I like that collab they did. That was dope right there. That was a good little collab right there. Shout out to them. But for the most part, I have not seen those documentaries or whatever they are. Well, the first part. I'm gonna definitely get into it because there might be some enlightening information there that we may need to seek. You know what I'm saying? So definitely go check it out. And if you have already, enlighten me.
With almond milk was we can take leftover parts of almonds and the ones that are broken and unsightly, and we can use those to make milk. And it's just a few almonds and some canola oil and some high fructose corn syrup, some flavorings, and we blend it up and we sell it for like $8 as a health food product. It's not a health food product. So almond milk is high in phytic acid that sucks minerals out of your bones. You have to take more minerals. And it's also high in oxalates, which are the things that are causing kidney stones and things that are causing gout and joint pain when you wake up. Even if you have really bad skin and you're eating a ton of these high oxalate foods like almond milk and kale smoothies and all, this can be why, because it's making tiny razor sharp calcium oxalate crystals in your skin that are coming out. So I don't recommend almond milk. So then we say, well, oat milk. Okay, that is the biggest scam on the planet right now. It raises your blood sugar as much as drinking a Coke.
Yo, I'm just saying, okay, let's see. I'm about to say, because what, for the people who drink milk, like I said, I don't eat dairy, so I don't even think about milk. However, I'm going to be honest. It would be nice to have some type of milk. Now, thinking logically, I would think to just, blend up a couple coconut chunks, some clean water, blend it, strain it, coconut milk, right? Anyhow, this recipe, 1 cup of Brazil nuts and walnuts are the best, or hemp seeds or sesame seeds. Try the black one. 4 cups of spring water, blend in high-speed blender for 1 minute. Add a dash of Celtic or Celtic salt, however you want to pronounce it, which is optional. Also, vanilla and agave, and 3 to 4 dates without the seeds. Well, is she making milk or is she making a bev? I don't know.
What you gonna do? You're gonna buy yourself some Brazil nuts, walnuts, or hemp seeds. Okay? You're gonna soak this for about, in hot water, hot boiling spring water, okay? Now for maybe 20 minutes. You're gonna blend it in a high-speed blender with about 4 cups of water, okay? And there you have it. Milk.
Yo, she funny, man.
Hemp seed requires no straining. Brazil nuts and walnuts will.
Hemp seeds is the one. No straining. Straight gas and go, baby.
An extreme and deadly heat dome is heading towards America right now, which is forcing thousands of people to evacuate their homes. And it already caused huge wildfires in California. But wasn't it just terrible weather and tornadoes last week? Especially in Texas. And now we gotta deal with this extreme heat? Nah, bruh, something ain't right. Temperatures are supposed to be over 110 degrees. These are all the places that's gonna be affected the most. And feel free to take a screenshot. This is gonna stretch from Florida all the way to Vegas. And it's supposed to be here in 5 days. So here's some ways you can start preparing for it. For number 1, get you a fan before they sell out. If it's 120 degrees outside, you might need an extra breeze. For number 2, stock up on water. Go ahead and get this now so you don't gotta worry about it when it's burning outside. And for number 3, stay in the crib. This heat dome already killed almost 50 people from dehydration and heat stroke, so it's nothing to play with. Be sure to share this video and hit follow so you don't miss any more updates. Love y'all.
Go conspiracy theory. That's a good one.
Ooh,
That's a good one for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. All right. White people, y'all were created in a lab by a nigga named Yakub.
That's a real theory?
Yeah.
Funny.
Like, finally, white people. That's the meme. He was like creating white people because he was upset.
Yeah.
He was mad.
Like, it gotta be something else to offset the rest of.
Hold on, because I'm still stuck on this weather stuff. Okay, so this cycle, which is a week, right? But we don't use that terminology. We're not in a weakened state. So No. Anyhow, this cycle, Friday 83, sunny. Saturday 79, sunny. Sunday 79. Monday 77. Tuesday 79. I'm in New York. Obviously, the map didn't show that it was gonna reach New York. So yeah, but let's see what's up.
Now, so you don't gotta worry about it when it's burning outside. And for number 3, stay in the crib. This heat dome already killed almost 50 people from dehydration and heat stroke, so it's nothing to play with. Be sure to share this video and hit follow so you don't miss any more updates. Love y'all.
Go conspiracy theory. That's a good one. That's a good one for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. All right. White people, y'all were created in a lab by a nigga named Yakub.
That's a real theory?
Yeah. And he was, you know, like, finally white people. That's the meme. He was like creating white people because he was upset.
Yeah.
He was mad.
Like it gotta be something else to offset the rest of
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why the world is fucked up.
Okay.
He was being, you know.
I'm trying to see, do I want to give my life up this early? Telling the truth on camera is not good.
Yeah. That's why I go Yakub every time, because it's like white people just go, oh, silly.
Elon Musk is from Mars.
Yes. Yes.
Got out of there clean, didn't I?
Yeah.
God, I had some smoky in my head.
The GOAT conspiracy theory cannot be said on camera.
You feel me?
It can't.
Because the powers that be, they watching
Powers that were, they no longer be.
us right now.
They gonna hit the button.
They can't do it.
Your money just go
Shout out to the powers that
Ain't no shout out to no.
be, man.
Yeah, yeah. Love y'all, man. Love you guys.
Poder da mente.
You're gonna make these people believe that this fake rubber prop is actually their real
You think this will work on you?
Seems unlikely. This is a Fibonacci silk, but let me show you how it works. If I drape it like this, simultaneously, let's see, your brain starts to connect the fake arm sensations and make them real. Do you feel this?
Yes.
And that?
Yes.
If I place it over here, how does that feel? Keep in mind, there's no science happening here. Yes. Now, what do you feel?
Nothing.
What?
You don't feel an ice cube resting on top of your hand?
No.
For the pain test, do you feel that?
Yeah.
Isn't that why?
Yeah.
What does this feel like?
Yeah, I can feel it. Nothing.
Do you feel that?
No.
How about that?
Oh, he stuck it in there.
Anything now?
Why is you stabbing his hand, bro?
Nothing.
Like pushing it through. You think that'll work on you? Just saying. So look at this little spirit. Now I want to tell y'all something. Fire is used to open up portals. Now, if you go on a happy trip, and I quote, happy trip, you know, for those who know. If you do a ceremony in nature with a campfire, you will see spirits. It's a beautiful thing as long as your energy is right, you're anchored and balanced, and you feel me? Because your mom will play a trick on you and scare you away from those doors that you're. It's like access denied type of vibe. Y'all see that?
I can't really
Baby's
tell you what
pointing
it
at
looks
it.
like because it can look like whatever you want it to.
That makes sense. So it can look like however you want it to.
Yeah.
I love it.
But still, you're still going through the space waiting because here's what the space waiting is. It's when your body kind of goes into the portal and it kind of gets out of the solar system and it goes like this. But it goes really, really fast as you're going the speed of light.
Got
The
it.
speed of light can delay.
Okay.
Like how a lightning strike strikes and then you kind of have to wait for the thunder to kick in.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, can I ask you a question then? When you pass away, you said you could do whatever you want.
Yes. So let's say they wanted to try like a new food. They still have taste. In heaven, you still have taste.
Okay.
You can still feel things. If you don't want to, then you can stop feeling things, and then you can start feeling things again whenever you want to.
Okay.
You can also like kind of like telepathically talk to God, and He'll just kind of direct you.
Can you hang out with your past loved ones in heaven?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can see
when you enter heaven, you see a bunch of people. Also in the waiting room, you also see other past like people who just died, like right there, floating to the little orb.
Is there fear when you just die?
For a second when you're still in your body, and all of a sudden you just go like you kind of black out for a second, and all of a sudden you just start floating, and then you can still feel yourself floating, and then you just kind of feel like you fell asleep, and then all of a sudden you start seeing a light, like it's black when you get into the portal. Then you all of a sudden see this light, and then you just kind of go like, and then you're just floating, and then it's just like a bunch of supernovas and stars because you're moving on the speed of light to there. So,
And you have access to all different realms, or?
Yes, but if you're a bad person and you go to heaven, you're no longer bad because then you don't have those emotions anymore.
Got it.
So you can't be bad in heaven.
So listen, this is an indigo child who's heavily tapped in. Now, did you hear what he said? Because that just leads me to that's confirmation with the whole, trigger warning. The religious stuff, heaven and hell, that was a painted image. Because the kingdom is within. When you die or when you transcend, you go and you know what I'm saying? You reconnect with the rest of your soul, which is in the higher planes. Where we at right now, this is just a fractal. Like, I want to say 1/8 or 1/16 of our soul. So you, me, who we know, like our physical body, inside, it's only a fractal of the soul. But let's go.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't exist because that's human.
That's human emotion.
Emotion and
angels
behaviors
are not humans. They are totally different from humans. But
you don't have to wear white robes and a bald
Going
head.
back to my man right there. I like how he was talking. Hold on.
on the speed of light to there. So,
and you have access to all different realms, or?
Yes, but if you're a bad person and you go to heaven, you're no longer bad because then your body you don't have those emotions anymore.
Got it.
So you can't be bad in heaven. It doesn't work.
It doesn't exist because that's human.
That's human emotion.
Emotion and
angels
behaviors
are not humans. They are totally different from humans.
I like this.
You don't have to wear white robes and a bald head and walk around going all day long to be a spiritual master. I don't call myself a spiritual master when I speak. I could. I've ascended. I am considered an ascended master. Guess what? That's not important. We are all ascended masters on some level. There's a little energy trick to that, where you have to come into the time matrix, work your way back up and reassemble yourself, pop out again, then come back. Then you can carry the 3 levels of coding that go with the 3 levels of the energy matrix beyond that. That's what a real ascended master is, one who made it all the way back up and then came back in to carry those codes so they could ground the consciousness of those levels and make it available while embodied.
Yo, man. Okay. Well, we know 3D is over. We headed to 5D, so maybe it's not as bad as I thought, but she just said when you're a legitimate ascended master, you have to, gain your knowledge and ascend, then come back with those, whatever she said, I don't want to rewind it, but those templates and codes and all of that, and ground them, and then, nurture them, and then reascend again, or not ascend, but I want to say, in my terminology, super ascend again, and now you are an official ascended master.
So it can be transmitted. All right? It's not that a lot of these ascended masters groups that you hear about, excuse me, they're deep 5 consciousness. They're soul level beings. They're ascended, yeah, they made it out of harmonic 1. Great, I'm proud of you. But stop pretending you're the most informed thing in the universe, is my message to them. You don't have to be impressed by ascended masters. Respect is always due. I don't want any more respect from you than you're going to give to each other. If you could realize, I represent a level of consciousness
I love this woman, Ashiana Dean.
It is a very high level of consciousness, yes. But it's something you have too. When you treat each other with whatever you treat each other, if you begin to recognize, I am looking at a face of God. No matter
I will definitely attend a class or some type of something, tutoring, mentoring like this for sure. I'm not gonna lie. I'm being 1000% honest.
How ugly that face might be, or how obnoxious it might be being at the time. Because a lot of times when people are in your face and really bugging you, and you know they're wrong, you know you're right, you're more spiritual, you got it all in order. You know, your I's are dotted, your T's are crossed, you are right in this situation. Sometimes it doesn't matter either. Sometimes we set up dramas in our lives to teach us things where a face of God, another glorious ascended master being that forgot they were an ascended master, will come up to you and be the most obnoxious, insulting, unspiritual, stupid person you ever met, and you'll just not be able to get through them. Part of this game is to realize it's a game. It's a game consciousness plays. You both agreed to this exchange, whether you forgot or they forgot.
Yep.
They are giving you a gift. They are teaching you something about yourself and your reaction patterns that if you change, you will gain more mastery over yourself.
Nice.
They're called petty tyrants. They'll be in your face and drive you crazy. Sometimes they're not so petty. There have been whole periods in history where one race was suppressed by another, and they played petty tyrant that way, where a whole race would be a petty tyrant to another. But what the race that was on the other end of it learned was to carry itself with dignity anyway. It learned to not be sucked into the illusion, because the illusion sucked. It didn't have anything there for them. They learned to reach higher. They learned to draw their power from inside. So when you're confronted with petty tyrants, those petty tyrants are there to teach you to hold your power better. They're there to teach you not to let your buttons be pressed.
I'm not gonna lie, I experienced this really recent. Really recent, if you guys want some backstory. So pretty much I have I went into ISO mode for about 2 cycles and just discerned like what and who and just everything I'm exerting my energy into and out. And is it reciprocated? Is it being pushed back? And a lot of it wasn't. A lot of it hasn't. So I cut a lot of ties with a lot of things, a lot of people, you know? So I think I follow what she's saying. Like, these petty tyrants, they trigger you for you to more so master and overcome your reaction patterns. Nice. It's like a nose in my head.
Situations that annoy the heck out of you.
The hair in my nose.
But we could so far on this trip. These are meant to help you see where you need to shift your energy a little in your reaction patterns. So you are in control. You are acting, not reacting. When we react, we're not choosing. We're letting the choice be made by patterns we don't control right now. The more we choose to act instead of react, the more empowered we are.
That disgusted you.
This is part of what we teach.
I like to crack my neck. Look at this. Look at this. This is a picture. It's not a video. Anthony Fauci confesses he made up COVID rules, including 6 feet social distancing and masking.
Alden and colleagues showed in a human hepatoma cell line, a cancerous cell line of immortal cells, that the Pfizer genetic code, at least that center 444 base pair amplicon, is taken up into the human genome within about an hour. Now, experts say if the middle part is taken up, almost certainly the whole thing is. What does this mean? It's possible
give me a better chair, y'all.
that the Pfizer and Moderna genetic code is permanently installed into the human genome. It's possible. There hasn't been a study to confirm
Didn't I
this.
tell y'all they trying to lock our DNA because our DNA is activating? There's no such thing as junk DNA. Look, that's the proof.
And there hasn't been one rejecting it. So as we sit here today, we have to reconcile that Pfizer and Moderna potentially could have permanently changed the human genome. We don't know. We hope that the body can edit it out, but this is very disturbing. Now, when the vaccine gets in the body, not every cell experiences the vaccine, so hopefully it's a mosaic of cells, but we're greatly concerned that what if gametocytes, what if eggs and sperm took up the Pfizer-Moderna code and is permanently installed? Then they would pass it on to the baby.
Offspring. Wow.
That's the great concern. All of this was done with no attention to what actually could happen. Incredibly reckless.
That's crazy.
Did you guys see the periodic table that Terrence Howard just dropped on Joe Rogan? When I first seen this, I thought,
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how I feel about this Terrence Howard stuff. I gotta look into it.
this is new. I've never heard about this. Have you ever heard about this? How every single element is connected in a wave of frequency, and if you put it together, you have the octaves, the harmonics of reality. What if I were to tell you that this has been around for 100 years? What? The designer of this periodic table was Walter Russell, and this was copyrighted spiral-shaped periodic table of elements in 1926. Boy howdy, 98 years ago, a harmonics that shows that everything is connected, a periodic table that shows the link to everything, was created. But did you know about it? This is the first time I saw it, that's why I thought it was new. Have you seen this image before? Everything connected. How about this one? Basically explaining the functionality of our reality. Not only does it show you how everything works, but it shows you how everything is connected. Have you seen any of this stuff? It's all from 1926. All direction is curved. All motion is spiral. Tell me you don't see the spirals now. I didn't several years ago, but now all of a sudden I see the spirals in everything. Life itself spirals. Everything spirals. Can we say suppressed? Anybody? This right here, all this stuff I've come in to understand over the last 5 years. So for any of y'all sit there say there's no merit to any of this, there's merit to it, okay? They just didn't want you to know there's merit to it. Because if you know this, you take back control of your reality and you stop being the cog in the system but become the creator who creates. You matter, but they took this away so you wouldn't understand how you matter and how it all makes.
Mount Graham is considered one of the four holiest mountains in the world for the Apache, and is considered sacred to all of the region's native peoples, and it is so because it is what we might call a stargate.
This segment is long, so get comfortable.
In their mythos, a portal through which the star people have come since the dawn of time. There's a dragon with the power of speech that turns up, bargaining with mankind, as well as supernatural gateways.
Reminds me of Shenron, or the Super Dragon from the Super Dragon Balls, if you know what that stuff is about.
Associated with mountains through which spirit beings have and can come. This is Dr. Thomas Horn, and you are watching End Times Productions. This was something that we heard about, and then we investigated during research for the book Exo Vaticana, which ultimately led us to the top of Mount Graham in Arizona. We were curious why. When the Vatican's Advanced Technology Telescope and the Large Binocular Telescope were being built, why did the indigenous peoples of Arizona, especially the San Carlos Apaches, why did they join environmentalists in filing dozens of lawsuits before a federal appeals court to try to stop the construction of the observations on Mount Graham? The project ultimately prevailed in favor of the Vatican and NASA after an act by the United States Congress ordered it to be done. But the question remained in our mind, why had the tribal communities fought so diligently against the construction of telescopes atop that mountain? Now, I had wrongly assumed that this was because Mount Graham was a sacred place, as in preceding generations of Native Americans had lived and died on it, and therefore it was considered holy ground, something like a graveyard. But I learned later that while that was partially true, it really wasn't the big issue. The real dispute surrounded how Mount Graham is considered one of the four holiest mountains in the world for the Apache, and is considered sacred to all of the region's native peoples, and it is so because it is what we might call a stargate. In their mythos, a portal through which the star people have come since the dawn of time. And once we understood that fact, our suspicions as to why the Vatican and NASA had chosen that mountain in particular, even being willing to face a prolonged legal battle to build these telescopes on Mount Graham, including the largest binocular telescope in the world where the Lucifer device is kept, why would they have gone to all of that trouble? Why not just go to another mountain range and find basically the same height, the same environmental conditions? Why did it have to be that mountain? Now, we came to learn another thing, and that is that the San Carlos Apache have these preserved ancient tales concerning Mount Graham and that geography, including stories very similar to biblical chronology. These legends involve a creator, a deceiving dragon that follows, an epic flood, and even a race of giants known as the Jindupids, who were judged and destroyed by God. According to the legend, a race of Indians called the Tartans lived in the valley between Tucson and Phoenix. These were just peaceful farmers, and they prospered until one day they were invaded by the Jindupids, described as Goliaths, who were so huge they used tree limbs for toothpicks. Well, these Nephilim were led by this massive man they call Evilkin, who allegedly came from the northeast and were headed south to their home beyond the Gulf of Baja. These giants nearly wiped out the Tartans before they ran and hid themselves underground and in the mountains and prayed to Father Sun, who then threw this huge fireball that came down to the earth, seared the monstrous Nephilim into the scorched mountain rock, and wiped them out. Now, elements of that tale are obviously mythological, but it has a remarkable thematic coherence with Genesis chapter 6. The Apache creation myth is also interesting in this regard, as a particular version involves what they call the one who lives above, who descended down over the mountain in a flying disc at the start of creation. Their myth begins, in the beginning, nothing existed, no earth, no sky, no sun, no moon, only darkness was everywhere. And then the legend starts, before noting that suddenly from the darkness emerged a disc. One side of it was yellow, the other side of it was white. It appeared suspended in midair, and within the disc sat a bearded man, the creator, the one who lives above. Now, besides this creator who rides in a heavenly disc, there's a dragon with the power of speech that turns up, bargaining with mankind, as well as supernatural gateways associated with mountains through which spirit beings have and can come. So suffice it to say that these ancient native ideas involving flying discs, flying creators, spirit guides, even owls and a talking dragon or a great serpent, and supernatural gateways tied to mountain ranges. This is something that began long before the Vatican cast its eyes on Mount Graham. Think how much these legends mirror what the Bible teaches, including the idea that mountaintops or high towers were often depicted as places where doorways into the supernatural could be opened. For instance, Nimrod of biblical fame sets out to build a tower whose top will reach into heaven, Genesis 11:4 says. This was the infamous Tower of Babel, and Nimrod was designing it so that the top of it would extend into Shamayim, heaven, the dwelling place of God. The Jewish Encyclopedia confirms several historical records that Nimrod, who it establishes was also identified by various ancient cultures as Osiris, Orion, Apollo, Gilgamesh, that he had built the Tower of Babel specifically to ascend into the presence of God, into the presence of Jehovah himself. And of course, God came down and said of the tower's design that nothing would be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do, Genesis 11:6. So in other words, according to the Lord himself, Nimrod would have accomplished what he imagined to do, and that is to build a tower whose top would reach into the abode of God. Even the name Babylon implies that, echoing the North and South American Indian beliefs about towering gateways and the meaning gate of God or gateway to God. Now, that there could be sacred locations where those beings that can see into the supernatural realm could literally walk onto a high place and enter heaven is really not as far-fetched as it sounds. There are numerous records, including in the Bible, that appear to substantiate the idea that heaven can be attained on high towers or mountainous locations. So think about Moses meeting with God.
Is that why we can't go way up north on that, what is it called? Rupes Nigra Mountain? The Black Mountain or whatever it's called? I'm just saying. Because that tower that he's speaking of, and I want to quote this because it's not me saying it. The Nimrod Tower is able to reach the doorway of heaven. It sounds like the stairway to heaven, whatever. But where is it? And why we can't see it, why we can't access it? But it was going to be no restraints placed on this project. So where is it?
On Sinai. Jesus returning atop the Mount of Olives. The 200 watchers that descended in the days of Jared on the summit of Mount Hermon, and other examples, including Jacob's ladder.
That was something right there. That was something, Haven. That was good enlightenment right there. Whether we know it or not, already knew it or not, that was good information. Friendly reminder. Show notes. These last two clips is a little bit low vibrational, but they are to raise awareness on who you surround yourself around. Watch your surroundings. Don't involve yourself with the wrong people. And be careful who you share your secrets with, because, man, get ready, y'all. Get ready. Buckle up for a laugh or maybe even feeling sorry. Check it out.
The prize over there. He's still active. He got a gun now. He's right around the corner.
He's still active. He got a gun now. Hold on. Why is it doing that? I don't like that. All right, come on.
The prize over there. He's still active. He got a gun now. He's right around the corner. He's right there. It is.
There it is. You ain't yo, hold on. He ain't react fast enough for me, Haven. You see this?
The prize over there. He's still active. He got a gun now.
He ain't react fast enough
Right
for
around
me.
the corner.
Look at him and look at police.
There it is.
There it is.
Put your fucking hands up.
Yo, but the guy walked in cover and the police walked in the open.
10-3. You see him? No. Oh shit!
Dude got an AR.
And the fact, I know he's gonna bring it up, so I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I sucked dick for $1,000 once while I was with him because I couldn't afford taking care of him and my fucking daughter. But at least I wasn't the one who got caught while my kids were sleeping in the other fucking room. He was getting domed up by a dude in our fucking bathroom, and I'm pretty sure he fucked him too because there was a condom there. And I know for a fact he might have fucked him because we fucked dudes together.
Whatever, bitch.
Fuck you, fucking fag.
Fuck you, dumbass bitch.
Fuck you, fucking fag.
Fuck you, dumbass bitch. That's where you
Oh,
do
because
that,
I
right?
fucked you with my dildo, right? And you loved it. You fucking nutted
That's
everywhere,
right. You said you wouldn't fucking say that shit, right? You said
You
you
put
never
my
fucking.
shit out.
You never fucking said.
See?
You said.
See?
You fucking said.
See?
You said you would never ever fucking say
You
that
put
shit.
my shit out
Fuck
there.
you.
You put my shit out there. Fuck you. You fucking abusive piece of shit.
Fuck you.
Haven, that was a lot to unpack. That was a lot to unpack. But listen, I put that in there because it's like, as a woman, why are you enabling this man to act out? You know what I'm saying? You're using vulnerable information to make him react, right? And vice versa. Why are you telling her business? Because she did that to help you and her child and her offspring, as she said, as she claimed. So, I don't know, but I hope y'all liked the presentation when you made it to the end of the video. You know what I'm saying? We made it to the end of the video. Let me take this off because I don't really like having a headset too much. But man, hit the like button, hit the sub button, hit them comments up because we always discussing and dissecting. You know what I'm saying? If you want to show me love, You know, check out the Cash App in the description and about on my channel. What else? If you want to connect with me on a deeper level, follow my Instagram, which is also in the about on my channel and also in the description. You know what I'm saying? Join my Discord if you want to connect, you know, discuss and dissect, potentially watch things together. I don't know. I'm just, you know, we flowing, baby. We in the flow state, baby. We in the flow state. But listen, if you've been here, been rocking with me from the beginning, I send deep divine abundance, balance, harmony, love, prosperity, strength, and unity. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the sub button, hit the comments up. Welcome to the Haven. We up out of here. Love and unity, baby.